Let's see here. Is everything coming through okay? Everything coming through okay? Yeah, alright. Okay. Sorry about that. Welcome to another chillin' build. Hopefully, the last chillin' build. Where we last left off, we were making the bottom half of the engines. I think it's the bottom 4. We already got this little bastard made. We got... I don't think you can see the pieces. Got that pile left over. Hold on. This will be easier and faster. I'm sitting at a weird angle this time around, so... yeah, and I still got all that. So, 119, so now we're on to 120. I apologize for not streaming a lot in these last few days. Work has just been super draining. Like, we haven't been busy, but I don't know how to explain it. It's just been not hard, it's just been long and difficult, which is funny because my shifts haven't really been all that long. Let's see. Oh, I finally got the information that I needed to help with the loan so we can move out of this apartment that I'm in. So soon I will be moving. I'll obviously leave an update, or not leave an update, make an update once I have the for sure when we're going to move. That way I'm not just disappearing and you have no idea where the hell I am. Oh, I also have some food going off in the background, so if you hear the oven beep, it's my food. That down there. Then one right. Put that there. Let me center that a bit more. I'm hoping like last time my preview doesn't buffer, because I need that to tell when my stream cuts out. Because my internet is currently not good for streaming. If I sound low energy, I apologize. I usually sound low energy, don't I? Yeah, I apologize because, well, it's just been a very stressful month. Just making sure I got everything, and then yeah. Oh, no, I am missing these two. Do not want to repeat it last time where I kind of forgot to put those on. Thankfully, I caught it before I went any further, because that would have been embarrassing otherwise. I wish I could bring the camera down a bit more so I could better show this off, but if I do that, there's no guarantee that anything is going to look even remotely good. Nothing even remotely good looks good now. I'm such an amateur. An amateur. No, I need... oven went off, so I'll just leave the camera running and the microphone on. I expected it to crash, and it crashed. I wish I could figure out what it is specifically that's causing it. If it turns out it's just, oh, my internet router needs to be more closer to where I'm going to stream, then okay. I know for sure on the console, on the PlayStation, probably the Xbox too, that I need to, what's it called? Get an Ethernet cable. Sorry. Some dishes. Some goddamn dishes. See, I would have eaten earlier, but I didn't get up until 1 today because I was exhausted. In my defense, though, I didn't fall asleep until 5 because, you know, no sleep for the stress. And then I got woken up at 6 to watch the dog, which I don't mind watching the dog. He's the dog. He's my buddy, and I love him. I mean, cheese and Stewie. That's okay. Here it is. Ketchup. And then I went back to sleep watching not watching the dog, but we go back to sleep anytime we get up early. And, an unfortunate thing that happened today, at least, the way he was sleeping, he was constantly kicking me in the back. So I fall asleep for a little bit, and then the little bastard would like run in his sleep, and he would kick me, and then wake me up. It's both annoying and funny. Then the best drink to top off chicken patty sandwiches, root beer. Barks to be specific. Barks and A&W get it right. I have yet to taste any better kind of root beer. Mug is all right, but it's not the best. Okay, did I make the 2 that I need? Yes, I did. Sweet. Ow. Ooh. I think I'm giving myself carpal tunnel because in my free time I'm working on a writing thing. On a writing project. Not for anything specific, it's just something I do in my free time. And unfortunately, I think I've been typing too much because my left wrist feels just hurts. Maybe that's just a sign I'm getting old, even though I'm in my prime. Sorry, some chocolate got onto my shirt. I need to be careful about that because the dog will eat it. Because he doesn't understand that just because it smells nice doesn't mean he should eat it. I swear, Mercury is part tiger shark. He will eat anything and everything. He has eaten his dog toys. He's eaten, let's see, a pillow we gave him. Here we go. He's eaten pretty much everything we've given him to play with, really. Oh, and those supposedly indestructible dog toys. I'm gonna take a bite of my food. They're not even indestructible. Like, I'm not kidding. He's destroyed every single indestructible dog toy we've given him. Snap that in there. Snap it to a Slim Jim. I need to rewatch that. If you're ever like bored for something to watch, and you want, and and like you're just in the mood for something super wild and over the top, watch Maxor's incorrect summary of Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. It's fucking hilarious. 1 and 4. Got the tweezers. So much better. I can't believe I never thought to use tweezers before. And boom. Take another bite out of my chicken shammy. Okay, I need 3 of those weird tea pieces. Where's the third one? There it is. And then 3 of these brown bastards. Uh-oh. Okay, let's not panic. Could just be. Sorry about that. They're not under the instructions. Okay. This is not good. I only have 2 of the 3 that I need. Aha! We're good. I found it. Whew, that is good. I am grateful for that. That would have been not good. Very not good. Not sponsored by Barks or Mug, but goddamn, they earn. Not sponsored by any of the root beer brands, but goddamn, they make good root beer. Like I said, Mug is okay for what it is, but Barks and A&W vastly superior. Then let's put these 4 bad boys into their slots. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Hey, Peter. That's all I can do with Patrick Warburton. I can't do a good Kronk, but I can do the Hey, Peter. At least it sounds like I'm doing it in my head, because a little anatomy fact for those of you who don't know. Our voices sound different to us than they do to other people, because when we talk, or when we individually talk, we hear what is being vibrated down our jawbone into our inner meatus, which is like that little tunnel where the sound goes into for hearing. There we go. Oh, I need the red one. Okay, good. Good. Let's build that red one first so I'm not confused later. But anyway, it sounds different because we're hearing the vibration of our voice down in our up our jawbone into our ear. So when I do a voice impression that sounds like what I think is correct, like, hey, Peter, in my ear, it sounds like it's correct, although to everyone else, it probably doesn't. Sorry, I was just thinking of something funny. Come on down to Olive Garden, get your free breadsticks. God, that's such an old video. I was like early teens and young adults that they are now all getting married and having kids and having their own lives. Like, it's just interesting. We've been watching these people since we were kids and teenagers, when they were just in their probably not even 20 themselves yet. And now we're in our 20s and they already have like varying business ventures and varying business ventures and are quite successful. I wish I could achieve that level of success, but that's just not going to happen. Some people can achieve greatness. Other people can only hope to. Alpha Emu 2024. That's a little bit of ketchup on my thumb. That's not to say don't try. Obviously try in everything that you do, but anytime I try, people just don't care. What in the Sam hell? Huh. I think the dog scratched me. It had to have been in our sleep, because I don't remember him ever doing that. Although he did kind of scratch me right there. You can kind of see it, that little red dot. It's not major, but that scar right there, yeah, that's from him. Scar right there. Oh, and I got another scar. It's kind of faded right now, but right there, if you can see it, I got that from a box cutter, and one time, and of course, by some random chance, the dog's claws got right there and cut me there, and kind of left a fresher scar. God, I hated working at Costco. Obviously, I can't tell you what you can and can't do, but I would not recommend working for Costco. Yes, to be fair, the pay is good, and if you work Sundays, they pay. I think it was like time and a half. But be prepared for your mental health to fucking deteriorate. Because see, while I was working there, I was a morning stalker, and my bosses were, and not even my bosses, just like upper management. I was like, okay, well you gotta move fast, memorize your steel, ask for help if you need any. Problem is, I can't memorize the steel, which is where they store like all the stuff they're not putting on sale. I couldn't memorize it because half the time the shit I needed would be there one morning, but the next morning it wouldn't be there. It would be either in a completely different aisle, or it'd be on the other side of the store entirely. And then anytime I needed help, they acted like it was a massive inconvenience on their part. Like, I'm sorry that my existence is an inconvenience to you, but you said if I needed help, ask. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I never asked for help working there, is because they made it painfully obvious that they would rather be doing anything else than helping me. Whew. Aha, right next to my root beer. And as for the mental health aspect, I was having constant nightmares about not being fast about work and not being fast enough. Like seriously, I had dreams where I was running through the store, like screaming it out of my sleep in my dream, because I was like, oh god, I gotta get this done before they yell at me again. What makes it worse, or what made it a bit worse, there's this really cool dude that worked there. He was. I remember one time I voiced my concern to him. Hey, I remember voicing my concern to him. Hey, I think they're gonna fire me. And the dude's like, nah, they're not gonna fire you. As long as you keep showing that you're improving and you're getting your shit done, they won't fire you. Which, I was getting my shit done. I was getting my shit done at the same time as everyone else. It's not my fault. They were giving me the shit that I couldn't possibly move on my own, and then acting like I was an inconvenience when I needed help. And then they fired me. Like either a week later or a day later. After he said, oh no man, they're not gonna fire you. I hope he's doing well. He was a cool dude. All right. Flip that around. Line up the X's. And boom. I believe that is the engines of Tantive 4 finished. Let me bring that further back because that's not in frame. Alright. Yeah, it was fucking horrible, man. Closer to the front end, also. I remember one time I was stalking up there. It's called the Fence. It's like where they sell their must-get items. And I remember one time I had to restock like they weren't prescription. Let's just say pre-made reading glasses. And when I was trying to restock them, half of what I needed wasn't even there. Half of it wasn't even labeled properly. And half of it was, and a giant half of it was shit that was. Yeah, so what was I supposed to do in that situation? Because I can't ask the forklift people to drop off more of those because they're already busy doing other shit. And we're on a time crunch, and we were on a time crunch because we had to get that shit done before open. What was it? 3 and 6? I guess it doesn't matter at the end. I pulled off 2, so 2 goes here. Yeah, like I said, I can't tell you what to do, and also it's lucrative to work for them, but just from my experience, it will destroy your mental health. And if you're not working as fast as if you're not working past, if you're not like the Flash and getting shit done in 5 minutes, they will get rid of you. No matter how desperate they claim they are for morning help. Oh, that needs to be flattened down a bit. And yeah, that is it for the engines. Bag 6. Or as they say in German, 6. 7. That's 7, actually. Fun fact, you probably know what 6 is for German, and you don't even realize it. If you played, I think it was Grand Theft Auto 4 or Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I want to say it was Grand Theft Auto 4. There was a... the SWAT in that game was called Group 6. Which... that's German for 6, and there was a 6 on the van, but they chose it to pronounce it that way because it sounds like Group Sex, as an S-E-X. Which I'm sure by now you've probably caught on to. Yeah, so it was just annoying. It's just I can't recommend working at Costco. They said they were desperate for morning stalkers. I was more than willing to do it, even though I'm not a morning person and I hate getting up early. But I did it because, you know, they need help, I need money, and it seems like they're paying really well for it. So, you know, I'll suck it up, I'll endure. I sucked it up, I endured. I lost my sanity and my job. And what did I have to show for it? Nothing. Nothing except a permanently screwed up sleep schedule. See, because I've always been a night owl, but now it's hard for me to fall asleep at night, period. And then on top of that, you just have all the other shit that piled on because of that stupid place. And that's the story of why I will never, ever, ever give Costco my business ever again. Although I am giving them free advertising by talking about how shit my experience was. Where are you going with this build? Here we go. And you know, that's to say maybe you'll have a different experience, but in my experience, I was working underneath two assholes who they wanted me to be incredibly fast. They wanted me to be so fast that one time I was working near the clothing aisle, and I had to restock shoes, which sounds easy enough, right? You know, or not? They were slippers more than shoes, but semantics. But sounds easy enough, right? Oh, okay, just put the shoes up. Well, it wasn't, because they decided they were going to trap me in between boxes, so I had to use the fucking pallet jack to clear out space, which added time to my restocking. And then on top of that, they didn't give me enough. It didn't give me enough space to do my stocking. To do my stocking by like cutting open the boxes and everything, because like they have these white zip ties that they use to seal everything up, which made it even harder because then I couldn't just cut open the box and quickly go from point A to point B and get the shoes from point A to point B. Yeah, that piece right there, just in case the stream crashed when I put it in. Like I said, they wanted you to be fucking Superman, to be perfect and be like as fast as Superman and the Flash, when it's virtually impossible. Oh no, there it is. Oh, I see. Okay, I think that's the bit that plugs into the stand that I have to build later. I've only been going for 30 fucking minutes and I've had that many crashes. Jesus fuck. I need to relax. Talking about my experience at Costco was pissing me off. It is pissing me off, and on top of that, it's making me irritated every time my stream crashes. And then I need one of those white ones. And the thing is, it's not like I was horribly slow. Like, sure, I was a bit slow, and I tried my damnedest not to be, but I got my shit done on time like everyone else did. In fact, I was always in line when everyone else was to get rid of their cardboard scrap. I always clocked out on time, except for one time, but I think that's because they needed my help with something, so I stayed just a bit longer than normal. Which, apparently, they don't like it if you stay just a little bit longer than you're supposed to. after your shift is over. Why? Why? I don't know. Now, I'm not talking about like 30 minutes would be understandable because it shows you're not getting shit done. But if you were so much as like a minute too slow to getting to the clocking out, they gave you hell for it. Get that more within the camera. I'm sorry, this is supposed to be chill and build, and I'm not chill. I guess ultimately what I'm getting at is understand that Costco fucking sucks donkey balls. Don't give them your money. They treat people like shit. Correction, they treat their employees like shit. What was that other one? They may have destroyed my mental health a bit. Treated me like garbage after claiming that they were in desperate need for extra help in the mornings. But fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them right in the ass. Give them a healthy dose of AIDS. I thought there's such a thing as a healthy dose of AIDS. But one last thing on the Costco front, it's not me ranting, it's just me saying what will happen. If I ever go back there, for any reason, I will punch my former supervisors, and I will gladly go to jail for it. I fucking needed that money, and they didn't care. I did my hardest I did my damnedest to work it the way what they need. I did my damnedest to work as the way they needed me to, and they weren't impressed. Oh, that's clever. Turns into like a little laser underneath there. I don't know if you can see it in the instructions very well. Oh shit, I am lagging on the stream preview. That's alright. Anyway, you can try as hard as you can to satisfy some people or to satisfy your bosses, but no matter how hard you try, you're never good enough. True moral of the story: give up. Never try. No one will ever be impressed. Because see, if you never try, then you always meet their expectations, and then and then they're not surprised, and then you're not surprised when they fire you because you met their expectations and you still weren't good enough. Ah, I'm being stupid. About the build, not about what I just said. Build and chill. Oh, here I am giving you pessimistic advice. Woohoo. And although, while the movie was trying to make fun of this point, a quote from the movie Robots, which it's a good kids movie. It's good as a kids movie. It's as an adult, it's not great. You see all the inconsistencies in it. Here we go. Ah, shit. Yeah, to quote one of the robots from that movie, never try, never fail. Then we slide that. Is that in frame perfectly? A little bit. And we slide that into there. Sorry to be such a downer. It's just seriously though, you can try as hard as you want. You'll never satisfy anyone. You could be the second coming of Jesus, and it still wouldn't be satisfying enough for people. Oh, I see. It's the same thing on the backside. Okay, so no specific side needs to be facing up. I mean, hell, my father, for instance, he yelled at me when I didn't have a job, and he yelled at me when I had a job. Despite doing everything in my power to help take care of him when no one else could. Oh, this is going to be paint. There we go. Pull that forward a little bit so you can get a better look at it. Whew. Well, I'm glad I didn't say that this was actually the final build of it, because I don't think I'm going to finish this today. Nah, I'm too busy fighting crashes and talking shit about my former employers. Should I be doing that on the internet? Does anyone really care at this point? Does anyone notice? Do people hardly even watch my streams to begin with? Which just falls into that anytime I try, I never succeed. I need to go blow my nose. I'm sure that even when I move, no matter how many applications I send out, I'm never going to find a job better than, at least a job to replace the one I have currently. Okay. What was I doing? These. Plug that one in. Here it is. Sorry, I'm building off screen. That's not intentional, I swear. I just, because whenever I build, I move all over the place, kind of. So I wind up. So I'm kind of doing that instinctively, because that's just what I do normally when I'm building by myself. Come on. Hey, buddy. You want to come over here? Hey, buddy. You being a good boy. Not that he's never not a... Well, no, that's incorrect. There have been times where he wasn't a good boy. Not because he's a bad boy, because he's a dog and a puppy. Well, I say puppy. He's 2 years old. Which, I mean, technically is a puppy still, right? Gonna go somewhere else? Okay. Oh, I gotta redo this. Or I don't. There we go. I apologize for that whole pessimistic rant. That's just... My mind will go places I don't like going. And whether or not... No, still going that way. Okay. It'll do shit like that whether I want it to or not. Nice. Probably doesn't also help that it took like 15 minutes to make my food. Anyway, there's nothing major to talk about yet. Like, no major plans or anything, but... fair warning, there might not be a whole lot of streams this week because at work, they decided they were going to do a buy one, get one deal. And I am not ready for it. It is only 4 days long. But anytime they do that, everyone and their mom capitalizes on that deal. I'm not saying they shouldn't. But That means I'm going to be closing late. On the days that I do close, I'm going to be closing later because people are going to be rushing in to take advantage of the damn thing. It looks like it doesn't matter which side that's on. Okay. And it's just... It's going to be horrible. Let's put a thing there. Put that there. Put this here. Remove that hair. It's probably my mom's because she sheds as much as the dog does. I don't mean that to be insulting. It's just like literally my mom's hair gets everywhere. One time I was changing at work and I found... Yeah. Yeah, my mom's hair gets everywhere is basically my point. Are you sure this thing is safe? Yes, we're missing an escape pod here. With C-3PO and R2-D2 on board, it has already departed, without raising the Imperial Star Destroyer Captain's suspicions. But they're already up... Whatever. Carefully move it sideways. Carefully. I can't really do a Jim Horovitz or whatever his name is, the guy who's the actor of Zim. I am Zim. Probably because my voice is not super deep, but deep enough to where I can't hit that register. Move that over just a bit, just so I have a little more space, because that was kind of encroaching on my free space. So just something that actually not important, but just something stream related. Hopefully soon I can start back up Jedi Survivor. I didn't stop it for this. I didn't stop streaming because I don't want to stream it. It's more just a lot more. I have a massive streaming list, and it's not going to help anything if I can't. Oh, and it's not going to help anything if I am constantly jumping between games left and right. I still need to finish Hogwarts Legacy. I started that like a year or two ago. I remember after my car accident, I was streaming that non-stop because I could read the text. Speaking of car accidents, I know you shouldn't wish pain on people, but I really hope that the fucker who ran me off the road is suffering in some way, shape, or form. He didn't even look back, or I'm pretty certain he didn't even look back when he pushed me off the road and caused me to crash. He just pushed me off the road and kept on driving. Which apparently happened to one of my friends too. He wasn't in a car though. He was on much dangerous. He was on his scooter, like a little motor scooter, and not like a what's it called? Not like a Vespa or anything. It's like a think like a Razor scooter, but it has a motor. Anyway, the fucker hit him like in the back of the wheel, and hard enough that it like was enough to push him to the ground. And instead of stopping to see if he was okay, he just drove the fuck off. He probably waited for all of like 2 fucking seconds and then drove off. But nothing else. But if nothing else from, so he's doing all right. He had to get some stitches and kind of has his face in a permanent what's that called? Sneer. For now, but beyond that, he's okay. Which is good. I can't even imagine the fucking pants shitting terror that was going through his mind when that happened. I mean, when I got run off the road, because my airbag deployed, like it was full on. My car got totaled when it hit that curb. I knew that when I felt the airbag on my face and registered what happened, I'm like just sitting there in shock. Like I'm not like I wasn't hurt, I wasn't bleeding or anything, but I was like shocked at what had happened because that was my second car accident, and on top of that, it was a car accident in my first car, and on top of that. And on top of that, sorry, I was. The asshole ran off. But, some. And, like. Yeah. Sorry, I do that a lot, don't I? Or just go, yeah, and then sigh. But yeah, I was just shocked. My second accident I've been in, the first accident where my airbag deployed. How important is that piece? Because I'm not seeing it. Oh, there it is. That was actually nerve-wracking, to say the least. Anyway, but yeah. Got ran off the road. I was shocked. Even more shocked because the fucker didn't even stop to see if I was okay. He just kept fucking driving. Which makes me wonder if he was either unlicensed, uninsured, or he was an illegal immigrant in all three. The good thing that came out of it, though, I have a newfound appreciation of first responders. They were all very kind. They were not kind of, but they were all very nice. They were making sure everything was okay. One person pulled up, asked what happened, and then when he heard that the fucker who ran me off the road just drove off, he took off after him. But I don't think he found him, just because. I could. It was probably like a minute, maybe a bit less. By the time that accident, I was run off the road, and I'm sure that asshole was gone. I do appreciate it though that he was willing to kick someone's ass for a stranger who he didn't even know, just because I got ran off the road. And the other cocksucker just drove off. And a lot of people were coming over to my car to check on me and make sure I was okay. Think there was he had to have, I hate to say this because that's kind of a stereotype. There was this I want to say Indian guy. He had been working at the gas station nearby. He probably that's what I think. I don't know for sure. He could have just been a customer and could have saw what happened. But anyway, he walked over to my car. He made sure I was okay. He even went as far as like grabbing my water bottle just so, like I had something to drink to kind of help recenter myself. All right. Last, you know what? I'm gonna power through this last bag. It's just the stand, and that should not take very long at all. But yeah, just I saw the duality of. Granted, there's always you can see the duality of man in everything that goes on, but I saw the duality of man that day. I saw the pricks, the pricks or prick specifically who don't care about their fellow man and who to avoid trouble will just drive off and make sure that they are not there when cops and first responders arrive. And then there are the good people, and then there are the good people who will check up on someone they don't even know personally after a car accident. And on top of that, will also chase down the asshole who pushed me off the road. I also have a newfound appreciation for airbags. I don't know what it is with my mind, but whenever something happens to me, like one time in high school, so prior to that, a little bit of story time. One time in high school, I got stung by a wasp. Now, I had never been stung before by a bee, wasp, or anything. So I didn't know what my reaction would be, and I was kind of terrified because, like, if I'm one of those people who has a lethal reaction to it, I wouldn't know until like someone finds me on the ground, fucking looking like I'm in anaphylactic shock. Not looking like I'm in anaphylactic shock. Am in anaphylactic shock. Anyways, thankfully it was a pretty minor reaction. I inherited my mother's let's say resistance. When she gets stung, it's like a tiny little welt. Nothing happens from it. If my dad ever got stung though, he like puffed up like a water balloon. But anyway, where was I going with this? Right, so afterwards, I was kind of curious about wasp stings, so I researched a little bit, and that is where I learned how when one wasp stings you, it will send a message to other nearby wasps from his nest, letting them know that there's danger nearby and they need to sting, and then they'll all come out and attack what he's attacking. It's attacking. Thankfully, that didn't happen for me. It was just one wasp. I reached down, grabbed the little fucker, and threw him. Did he die? Probably. I hope. The only good wasp is a dead wasp. Just like the only good bug is a dead bug. Yeah. Then anyway, afterwards, after that accident, I was also like looking up, like researching stuff about airbags and just like seeing the whole idea behind them, and yeah, gave me a newfound appreciation for safety features within cars. And for the first responder thing, it's not like I had any disrespect for them. I mean, they're literally running. They're the ones who will run into fire to save people or stick. In the case of my uncle, he was a cop though. But to save someone's life, he stuck his finger in the bullet wound to stem the bleeding. There are people who will do shit like that to keep you alive long enough so you can get to the hospital and get proper care. But ignore rambling. I had a newfound respect for them just because they were great. I was disorientated. My brain was still trying to process the shit that happened, and they were just right there making sure I was okay. Making sure that I wasn't concussed or, you know, damaged anywhere that I shouldn't be damaged. It was great. I mean, how they treated me was great. It wasn't great that I got into that accident, and and that brings me back to the whole point of this rant. I hope the fucker who ran me off the road is suffering in some way, shape, or form. Honestly, I gotta say, there's nothing more terrifying than when it was either an SUV or it was a pickup truck with one of those like pickup covers on it. Yeah, like you know the one I'm talking about. There's like that little dome that they can hook up to the bed of their truck, or dome, roof thing. Ugh, excuse me. Whew. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. It is terrifying when a car that size, that easily dwarfs yours, runs you off the road. And of course, ever since then, I have never trusted anyone who is on the right side of my car when I'm driving. What made it scarier is I knew he was gonna do something stupid, so I was trying to get out ahead of him. Like I was next to him, and I was trying to drive not speed. Well, I guess technically speed, but I was trying to get out ahead of him, and I wouldn't have been going super fast. But then I see his car getting closer to me. Honk my horn to I honk. Someone's right next to me. I can't merge right now. And then he merged anyway, ran me off the road. And the rest is history. Was absolute horseshit. Oh, okay, I see how they want me to do this. Sorry, the instructions are out of the way. And then you want that. Okay. I knew he had hit me because I heard what sounded like the sound of a crumpling car. Because a little fun fact about car safety features is that when cars were first invented, sorry, I hit the thing. When cars were first invented, they didn't even think that having a crumple zone was necessary because the technology was new and physics was still a relatively new field, so they had no idea about uh, car physics. So all the cars were super solid. So if you got into a car accident, not only did you not have a seatbelt or an airbag, but you also ran the risk of having all that inertia transferred onto you. So then I don't know who, someone had the excellent idea of basically going like, you know, maybe, just maybe, if we add a crumple zone to these cars, not only will it protect the drivers, but it will also dissipates all that inertia, and so now all cars have crumple zones. So that if you ever get into a front end accident, rear end accident, or any kind of accident, it crumples to dissipate some of that kinetic energy, so you're not slamming your head right into the fucking steering wheel. Ooh, my phone vibrated. Whoops. And that is the end of this build. Here's a side profile, top profile, another side profile, bottom profile. I gave you a front profile, but I really don't want to. Wait, actually, front profile. That's horrible. God, my camera's focusing on that. Back profile, angle that a bit so you got a better look at it. Angle. Yeah, you get the idea. And that does it for the Tantive 4 build. Arguably one of the most iconic ships from Star Wars, because this is where it all began. That beautiful opening sequence of Princess Leia trying to escape with everyone else. Oh, can't forget. Oops. Can't forget the 25 years of LEGO Star Wars. Bring that up closer so you can see it better. Well, I only took, what, 3 hours in total? 3.5 hours, maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less. I apologize for how negative like my rant got about like not trying or anything. It's like I said, my brain will decide it wants to do something like that, and it's just I don't understand it myself. And then I try not to go there, but I wind up going there regardless. And now that that's finished, oh, ignore how shit the table is. If you can see it in the background. Yeah. The stickers aren't facing forward, but that's my own dumbass fault. And so, there's the wall of all the shit we've done. Well, all the shit that my father has done. Star Destroyer and the ATT and Cal Kestis are my brother. That's all the stuff he's done. The Enterprise from Star Trek Enterprise. I want to say that's the Sturmtiger. No, not Sturmtiger. A Stug. Some kind of post World War II German APC. Panzer IV, and I think it's a Panther or a Moss. And there's my Republic shuttle. This bad boy will go right next to it. Let's slide that over just a smidgen. Let's not have this slide off the edge. And boom. Oh, in order that Dia de los Muertos, Mother, Mother Mary thing. He got that a long time ago from a friend who did stuff, who did some really cool like sugar skull stuff with like religious iconography. He did one with the Last Supper, not to mock it, just like put a cool rendition on it. So there's some models right there he hasn't finished. He never got to, I should say. There's more stuff down there, and even more stuff for building stuff. I'm probably not going to touch those bottom ones. Those ones are stuff he was working on, and there's no way in hell I could ever do what he wanted to do. I'll probably work on those. There's even more just hidden away in a closet. And I hope eventually to get more stuff to do. Make it more professional, make it look more nicer. But anyway, that'll be it for the chill and build of Tantive 4. Or chill and build Tantive 4. If you watched this while it was live, I appreciate you stopping on by. If you're watching this after the fact, saying kind of archive footage, I also appreciate it. Like I said, it's something new I wanted to try. I'm hoping I can get better at it as I go. I want to do more than just the Lego. The Lego was just a start because it's easy, it's simple, and it won't take as long compared to like, building an actual model. Once we move, I want to try and start painting like Warhammer stuff. Like maybe get some Skaven, get some Skaven from the old world, and some salamanders from 40K. Sorry, my my camera's shaking a lot, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I'm sorry. And yeah, eventually get like my own shelf for my own room and display all of that. Definitely get some like Warhammer action figures and the like. It's gonna be nice having my own room because I'll probably take pictures of what my place looks like before we move and post them to my Twitter as like a final farewell because I've been living in this place for the last, I don't even know how long, just because it's been that long. And yeah, and for ever since I started all the way back in, I want to say 2021, 2020, it's been where I've been doing all my streams. So it's gonna be kind of weird to move on. Especially because, well, in the past, anytime changes happened, it's never... No, not even in the past. Anytime changes happened in my life, it's never been good. Yeah. With that, and I don't have anything else to say, so with that, this is how I end all my streams. As always, I hope you enjoyed.